Hi. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing how to draw faces step by step. This is actually a tutorial for my friend. This is made for my friend completely. I want to go ahead and preface, there's lots of ways to draw faces. I am in no way a professional or anything. I'm self-taught, okay? I'm self-taught. I'd say I'm decently good at it. I know some ways, but I'm not a professional, okay? Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Now, before I actually get into the tutorial, let me show you some examples of my art and like how I draw faces. Oh, also, in this tutorial specifically, I'm not going to go in depth about how to draw different features. This is more of a general, really basic, bare bones guide of this is how I draw a face. And I go a little bit in depth, not even in depth. I mention different facial features, but I don't mention like diversity or anything like that. I just draw a couple different facial features. If you guys want to see something like that, let me know. I'll totally do it. Because I do want to do something about same face syndrome eventually. Because, yeah, it really depends. It depends who I'm drawing and what I'm drawing. But most of the time, I like to start out with a rectangle over a circle, because I feel like a rectangle helps you to properly envision the actual shape of the skull compared to some other methods that I've tried out, obviously. I also feel like the rectangle has given me the most success, personally. It's all up to you. I put the line in the specific place that I did because actually you probably should lower the line a little bit lower than where I put it. But when you're looking at a human face, it might look like the eyes are about 3/4 of the way up the head. In reality, they're more like in the middle. You have to account for the forehead and like the head itself adding on to the nose and the chin. It's not just nose, chin, or chin, nose, eyes. It's chin, nose, eyes, forehead, head. You gotta get all of it. So eyes typically go in the middle, and the ears are gonna line up with the eyes. Everybody uses shapes because everything can be broken down into simple shapes. The nose is typically a triangle. The eyes are typically circles or ovals. The lips are typically an arrangement of circles or ovals. Everything is a shape. And I feel like if you look at art that way, it tends to get a little bit easier because you're not seeing individual pieces. You're seeing one big structure and breaking it down. So try to see the head as that too. Try to see the head as one big structure that you're breaking apart and adding more and more detail to after you've gotten a good foundation of what it actually looks like. The jawline connects at the bottom. The jawline connects at the chin. I like to round my chins out. Some people like to leave their chins pointy. I like to round mine out. It's really up to personal preference, but the chin is not going to be, well, it could be, the chin isn't going to be a point. No, the chin is rounded out at the bottom. That's really all. At this point, I realized that I was going on about realistic faces. I know I said it already. This is mostly about realism, and this is all stylistic to me. To draw an eye, I go around the circle and I draw one line, and that line represents the top eyelid, and then another line that represents the bottom eyelid. When you think of an eye, think of a circle, think of a ball, and you take 2 sheets of fabric and wrap it around the ball to create an eye shape. Think of the eyelid like that because the eyes are a 3D form. The creases, the eyelid creases and things like that. It's going to be different for different people and different eye shapes and different eye types. It's going to be completely different. But just keep in mind some of those things. I can't stress enough, look at references when you're drawing different types of eyes, especially if you don't know what you're drawing. Just look at a reference. Nothing wrong with it. I was quite literally recording last night and I was fine, but I went to bed and I woke up and I am sick. So please excuse the change in my voice if there is any. Now I'm blocking out the eyebrows. The eyebrows are very simple. They're just elongated rectangles with triangles put onto them, if that makes any sense. Think of the base shape of the eyebrow as a rectangle and then the tail as a triangle, and put them together, smooth it out, all that stuff. You can make the eyebrows as thin or as thick as you want. I personally love thick eyebrows. That doesn't mean that everybody's eyebrows have to be thick. You can also mess around with really interesting eyebrow shapes. I've seen some very interesting eyebrow shapes on characters. People too. I saw this girl with star eyebrows not too long ago. You could do like Sanji's eyebrows from One Piece, or who else has really crazy eyebrows? Rengoku and Hawks have crazy eyebrows. Like, you can go all kinds of out, do whatever you want. Do what you want. Eyebrows are super fun. Noses are one of my favorite features to draw, and they're very interesting to draw too. The typical shape that I use for a nose is an elongated triangle, and I'll go more into depth when we get to the nose section, but an elongated triangle is the basis of the shape of the nose. For the placement and the visibility of the nostrils, that's something that you're going to want to look at a reference for. So check Pinterest or Google or any kind of visual search engine that you have access to. Okay, so about lips. The first thing is to think of them as two shapes, two really simple shapes, and not just two lines. The top lip usually has a little bit of a dip, kind of like an M shape, and the bottom lip tends to be more fuller and round, and it has a softer curve. The corners of the mouth usually line up with the pupil when you look straight on at a person, assuming that the pupils are looking straight forward. And keep in mind that the top lip, this is like more of an in-depth thing. Keep in mind that the top lip is going to catch more shadow than the bottom lip. Now that we've fully covered the face in a really basic bit, I want to go a little bit more in depth and show some examples of different types of each feature. I'm not doing anything too detailed. It's just a little bit of like, oh, here's a more upturned eye compared to a more downturned eye, or a hooked nose compared to a button nose, or fuller lips compared to thinner, like things like that. Right now I'm just cleaning up some of the jawline and some things that I messed up, but for the basic shape of the eye that I'm drawing right now, I'm using an almond shape. Now you can use different shapes. I've actually heard of the ramen bowl method. I don't know what that is fully. I'll look it up one day. But I use an almond shape and then I'll start adding more details. So for my eyes, I like to add really long lashes and accentuate the lashes to make them look like they're more upturned, but that's just personal preference. Now, when it comes to proportions with eyes, you can play around with them. Bigger and rounder eyes tend to give a look for like more softer and cuter characters, compared to narrowed eyes or much more angled eyes can make the character feel a lot more intense. The eyebrows of your character do have a say in what kind of personality your character gives off as well. If you have somebody who has very thick brows that doesn't really have a strong brow bone or a strong arch in their brows is gonna seem very different in personality to somebody who has tweezed their eyebrows and now they have very thin eyebrows, if you get what I mean. Just think of different things like that. Now for character eyes, there's a lot of variety. You can do round eyes, you could do hooded eyes, you could do monolids, upturned eyes, downturned eyes. You can do everything. I actually did end up drawing downturned eyes. I find them really fun to draw. What I've really liked doing recently, I like to make the eyelid of the eye much bigger to make it look like the character is either A, super fancy, or B, super tired and about to fall asleep. Noses can be really tricky, but once you break them down into simple shapes, it's a lot easier to do. Think of it like a wedge is sitting on the center of the face. From the front, for most noses, it's like an elongated triangle shape, and then you add the nostrils. Now, if you're looking at the nose from a view where you're looking under, you're going to see more of the nostril compared to if you're looking from up top. Noses are one of those things that you're really going to want to do your visual reference research on, because everybody's nose is different. There's lots of different types of noses, and I can't even list 5. Lips are really fun, and lips are also very expressive. The general shape of a lip is an oval. It's some form of an oval. I'm using ovals here. But most lips tend to have a cupid's bow. That's not to say that all lips have a cupid's bow. I did some examples with and without a cupid's bow. The bottom lip tends to be a little bit fuller than the top lip. Though I didn't draw eyes here, the corner of the lips tend to line up with the pupils when you're looking head on. I know I stated that earlier. Side profiles are interesting, and even I struggle with them sometimes. What I do with the side profile is I'll start out with a line, and then I kind of taper it into a rectangle triangle. The triangle is where the jaw is, and then the rectangle is where the head is. You also have to account for the brain and the mass back there. For the side profile, you're gonna want to draw out the line of where the eyes are, where the nose will be, where the lips are going to be, and then the chin. The nose is really simple. A lot of the times it's just that triangle wedge shape put on the face. The eyes are really difficult. When you look at the face from the side, the eyes aren't the same shape that they are in a front-facing view. From a side view, the eyes take more of a triangular shape. Yeah, like more of a triangle. So instead of drawing your eye like an almond, you draw a triangle and then add your little details, the eyelid, both the eyelids. For the brows have about the same shape, but they condense a little bit more. They're not as long as they would be. Because I don't know how to draw ears fully, I'm not going to talk about them, but they're weird shapes. Look them up. Look at pictures. What I can tell you about the ears, though, is that they typically line up between the lips and the nose when drawing them on a side profile. About the same placement when you're looking at it from a front view. The last thing that I have to say about side profiles, if you're drawing the neck, it's not going to be straight down. Humans, our heads naturally sit at a little bit of an angle. So even if somebody has great posture, their neck is still leaning a little bit forward. So look at pictures of that. Those are the basics of drawing faces. Yay! Don't worry if your first few faces come out looking kind of wonky. Mine's did. Once you get more practice, they tend to look better. And if you want to see any specific things, if you want to see me break down specific features, let me know. If there's any random tutorials that you want me to make, let me know, and I'll try to see what I can do. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe so I can keep making tutorials and videos. Thank you.